We welcome you to Los Angeles as Justin Turner's back in the lineup tonight for the LA Dodgers. 19 games in August, hitting at .392 with 5 homers and 13 runs batted in. Freddie Galvis has been hot lately. Last 6 games for the Padres shortstop, hitting at .333, 2 doubles, a triple, home run, 5 runs batted in for Galvis. We welcome you inside the broadcast booth, everybody. Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Well, the Padres are looking to bounce back tonight in Game 2 of the series, and a tall task. They got to go up against Clayton Kershaw to get it done.
Not going to lie to you, it's going to be really, really tough. This guy's not invincible. He can't walk on water, but he is sure darn tough. The numbers prove it. Why is Clayton Kershaw so tough? These numbers, last 5 starts and career against the Padres, he pinpoints each and every one of his pitches. He can go down and away with the fastball. He can go up and in with the fastball. He can cut the fastball in with the slider. He can go with the big looping breaking ball to get guys too guessing. So the 7-time All-Star, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, yeah, he's tough to beat. You got to look for one zone. These hitters look for one zone. If you get it early, it's the first pitch, hack at it, because being in the hole against Kershaw, it's tough to get out of.
Well, last night it was tough for the Padres to get much offense going. The Dodgers had plenty of offense. Tonight the Padres have got to get the offense going.
Tonight, let's think of 2, 3, and 4. And when I say that, I mean in the lineup for the San Diego Padres. Freddie Galvis is leading off. Hosmer's going to bat second, Myers third, and then Hunter Renfroe fourth. They've got to find some way to get on base, whether it's a walk, grind, hit foul balls, whatever. Get one pitch to get on base. Then maybe hit the home run. Kershaw, he throws strikes. So you're going to get a quality strike to maybe do some damage. But the thing is, if it's not a home run, these Padre hitters have to step up the slugging percentage. Singles isn't going to do it. They need to hit the extra bases. Hopefully they can do that tonight.
Padres trying to bounce back in the middle game of this 3-game series between the Dodgers and the Padres. Coming up at Well Margo, back in the lineup, his manager Andy Green will talk about his center fielder next when Bob Scanlon joins us from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Brought to you by Petco, the pet company. By Cadillac. Visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. By your San Diego Mazda dealers. And by Mozzie Heating and Air, San Diego's choice for heating, cooling, and solar. It's the Padres and Dodgers, game 2 of the series. Before we get it started, let's send it down to Bob Scanlon.
Thank you, Don. A familiar face will be anchoring the bottom part of this lineup today for Andy Green. Manny Margot will be in the number 8 spot. Now remember, earlier in the season, he was in the leadoff spot. Things did not go that well, so Andy moved him down. He got hot. Andy tried to get him in the leadoff position. Again, it didn't work out, so he's been here in the 8 spot for several weeks now, but been doing very, very well. Now, what has been the secret to his success, and will he get another shot to go to the leadoff spot? Andy Green explains.
I don't think he's trying to do too much down there. Just to scrap and have a quality at bat. And I think sometimes when he gets up at the top, he's probably applied some pressure to make things happen and found himself outside the zone a little bit more. So we'll just let him be right now. Let him finish off where he's at, and maybe at some point in time in September we choose to make another choice. But right now we like him where he is.
Let him be, says Andy Green, and why not? He's got a .354 on base percentage with hitting at the bottom part of the lineup versus .210 when he was at the top. And you got to consider also not as easy to hit in that spot when it's 2 or 3 innings before you get your first at bat, and the pitcher can pitch around you with the pitcher on deck. But he's doing a great job, and he'll do everything he can to help the Padres to take care of Kirsch. It'll be Brett Kennedy going to the mound against Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. Padres look to even the series. First pitch coming up next, right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Kershaw as the Padres and Dodgers get ready for game 2 of this 3-game series on a beautiful night in LA. Not a cloud in the sky as we get it started in Los Angeles. Very comfortable conditions, and time now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny San Diego Honda dealers. 76 degrees, southwest breeze at 6 miles per hour. Forecast much of the same for the rest of the night. It's going to be clear, so you won't see another cloud mark the rest of the night.
It's a beautiful night in Los Angeles.
Now the Padres looking to bounce back. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, Bob Scanlon with you. As the Padres had a tough night last night and looking to get the offense going tonight against Kershaw. Check out Andy Green's starting lineup, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Freddie Galvis leading it off at shortstop with Boom Myers at third base. Eric Hosmer at first. Hunter Renfroe in left field with Franmil Reyes in right. Austin Hedges does the catching. Jose Pirela at second base, bats 7th. And Will Margot at center field, bats 8th. And Brett Kennedy, the pitcher, out of the 9 spots, still looking for that first major league hit. Clayton Kershaw on the mound tonight for the LA Dodgers.
The 30-year-old, 7-time All-Star, Gold Glover. He's an MVP, 3-time Cy Young Award winner. What does he throw? He's got the fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. He's been on the DL 2 stints this year. He's thrown the ball extremely well. His career numbers against the Padres. It's going to be a tough night at the dish. Hopefully they get multiple base runners and come up with a big hit to get on the board early. Take a look at the Dodgers defense, brought to you by the San Diego Cadillac dealers. He's in the lineup tonight. Yasiel Puig in right field. Cody Bellinger in center. Chris Taylor will be in left. On the infield, third to first, Justin Turner, Manny Machado, Brian Dozier at second, Max Muncy at first. Behind the plate, Yasmani Grandal putting down the signs for Clayton Kershaw. Puig, 7 errors, most by any National League right fielder.
So here we go. Sunshine can be seen in right field. Yasiel Puig looking into it. Sunfield here at Dodger Stadium as Freddie Galvis stands in, and first pitch of this one, line down the left field line, foul. Freddie out ahead. Well, Galvis has been leading off for the Padres, continues to do so tonight. 239, 11 homers, 55 runs batted in. Breaking ball drops in there for strike 2.
Right out of the gate, throwing the old number 2 from Clayton Kershaw. Mentioned it earlier, prior to the game. As a hitter, look for a spot. If you get a ball in that spot, that particular pitch, go to hacking.
Galvis hacks at this and grounds it foul. On past the Dodgers dugout. Kershaw coming in 6-5 with a nifty 2.40 earned run average. 20th start of the year. Kicks and fires and fouling it off. Getting just a piece is Galvis. Freddie's done a nice job of the top spot in the order for the Padres. And last night, a couple of hits. He's hit 4 straight games since starting the road trip. And all but one of those games leading off for the Padres. Last night, 2 for 4, a double, a triple, and an RBI. Finds this foul just outside the bag at third.
Yeah, last night wearing the collar the first 2 at-bats, then finishing off strong with the 6th inning triple. A double in the 9th to drive in a run, the only Padres run.
No 2 pitch again. Galvis pokes it foul off to the right out of play. A fastball at 92. Center fielder Cody Bellinger over towards left center. Chris Bellinger last night at first base. And Max Muncy playing at first base tonight for LA. Swing and a miss, and Galvis just come out of his shoes after that one. High breaking ball he chases and strikes out to begin things here in the first inning. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Padre hitters tonight are going to have to grind out Kershaw. We just saw Freddie Galvis fight off some pitches, foul balls, couldn't keep a couple of them fair for extra bases. And quality Ks for Kennedy. We talked about Brett Kennedy in the minor leagues, yeah. But minor league AAA lineups, the fastball has to be located very, very well tonight against these Dodgers. So not just strikes, Don, quality strikes in the corners, up and down, maybe changing speeds with the off-speed stuff, and change up as well.
Staying out of the middle pretty much.
Yes. Stay on the picture frame, stay out of the picture.
Myers in a broken bad grounder to third base. Turner throws on the run, and Max Muncy with some fancy footwork on the other side to retire Myers. 2 down.
Yeah, that's getting to the kitchen right there, Will Myers. And we know, we've seen it for years, that if Clayton Kershaw can consistently hit that pitch on that part of the plate, he will break a lot of bats.
2 down here in the first inning for Eric Hosmer. Wild swing and a miss for strike 1. Fastball. Ended up being about belt high. Hosmer had 255 to start the night. 13 homers, 54 runs batted in. Since the All-Star break, Hosmer hitting at .356 and Padres wins. Sits safely in 9 of his last 12 games. Pitch outside. It's 2-1. Pretty quiet series in Colorado. It's 2 for 13 against the Rockies. 2 for 16 on the current road trip for the Padres. Fooled on that pitch, and it evens at 2-2. 20th start of the year for Clayton Kershaw. Defeated the Mariners in his last start, allowing 1 run in 7 innings. A 12-1 Dodgers victory. Just in. Last 11 starts for Kershaw, 5-1 with a 2.14 earned run average since coming off the DL back on June 23rd. The lower back problem strikes out Hosmer. 2 strikeouts in the first, a 1-2-3 inning. The Dodgers are coming up. As the Padres went down in order in the top of the first inning, LA coming up in the bottom of the first. And let's check out the Dodgers starting 9. Max Muncy came off the bench, hit a home run in last night's game. Leads it off tonight at first base with Justin Turner at third base. Manny Machado at shortstop with Cody Bellinger. Went from first base to center field for the start tonight. Brian Dozier at second base. Former Padre catcher Yasmani Grandal with Chris Taylor in left field. Yasiel Puig, who missed the last 2 games, back in right field tonight, batting 8th, and Clayton Kershaw, the pitcher out of the 9 spot. On the mound tonight for the Padres is Brett Kennedy.
24-year-old last time out against the Diamondbacks. He bounced back quite nicely in 5 frames. His toolbox looks like this. He's got the fastball at 62%, pretty heavy, I should say, on the fastball. He has to locate it along with the slider and the changeup, making his 4th start this year for the Padres.
Padres are shifting on the right side of the infield on Max Muncy. Swing and a miss at the first pitch from Kennedy. That was a pretty good check here on Brett Kennedy. You're sitting here in the middle of Dodger Stadium, very big crowd, facing a very good Dodgers team, and trying to grab your first major league win along the way. Oh, by the way, Clayton Kershaw's on the other side starting tonight.
Yeah, and this is a club that scored 11 runs last night.
Yep. He watched it from the bench.
Yep, he has got some serious work to do. It can be very intimidating. You've got all these people, like you said. It looks like it's going to be a big crowd here tonight. But the fastball, is it going to play tonight here at Dodger Stadium against this Dodger lineup? When we talk about the lineups in AAA as compared to the big leagues, right? Not as stacked at AAA.
To right center field on the move is Reyes, and that'll fall for a base hit. Max Muncy with a single to start things here in the bottom of the first inning.
Third baseman, number 10.
Padres defense brought to you by the San Diego County Ford dealers. Hunter Renfro will be in left field. Manny Margot in center. Franmil Reyes will be in right. On the infield, Will Myers at third base, Freddie Galvis at short, Jose Perella at second, Eric Hosmer at first base tonight. Austin Hedges will be behind the plate, catching Brett Kennedy.
Well, Justin Turner stands in with Muncy at first base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. It's at an even 300. And last night got his 10th home run of the year.
You know, the previous starts, Don, for Brett Kennedy, one thing, and it just reminded me after that last pitch, fastball's in off the plate. That's the one he's really got to pinpoint. And I know with Turner, he likes to turn on pitches in. And there it is again, missing. Oh, he got a strike.
Yes, got the call.
I stand corrected. If you're going to get that call, Brett, go back in there. Look at this pitch. Wow.
So a ball and a strike here to Justin Turner. Max Muncy, short lead at first base, held on over there by Hosmer. And that one almost hit him. Brett Kennedy allowed 2 runs in 5 innings against the Diamondbacks in his last start, getting a no decision and eventual 4-3 Padres defeat. Padres have lost each of Kennedy's 3 starts in the big leagues. Well, it's sitting at 413 against him coming in. So he falls behind 3-1. 11th round pick out of Fordham. 2015. Grew up in Pomona, New Jersey.
This is the dangerous count right here to Justin Turner. If you're ever going to have to locate a fastball or have confidence in an off-speed pitch here, this is the place. Get it in there.
Oh, and he hits him. He stands on top of the plate. And hit by the pitch here. The first 2 have reached for the Dodgers in the bottom of the first inning.
Well, you can see what Kennedy's MO was that whole at bat, trying to bury fastballs in to Justin Turner.
I would think it'd be hard to do with a guy standing on the plate.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to hit him if you come in, and he did.
He did. And you know what? He just doesn't have that control yet on the inside part of the plate. And as a pitcher, you have to eliminate the hitter. You got to throw to the glove. Easier said than done. And it might be a case to where if you're going to pitch Justin Turner in and you get it in your head, I better get it way in. And the next thing you know, bang, right in the belt buckle. Right in the belt loop.
2 on, nobody out. And Manny Machado coming up here. Batting third tonight for the Dodgers, coming over from the Baltimore Orioles. 301 average, 29 home runs, 77 RBIs. The combined numbers between Baltimore and Los Angeles. Fouls it off to the right, out of play. In a Dodgers uniform, he's hit a .263, 5 homers, and 12 runs batted in. Dodgers are 9-12 in the month of August, 3 games under 500. They have won 10 of the 14 games in the season series against the Padres, including 5 of the last 6 games. Fly ball headed towards right center field and deep. Margot going back at the wall. He leaps and it's gone. A 3-run home run for Manny Machado and a fast start for the LA Dodgers. Machado has put the Dodgers on top 3-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Take a look at the Arco top tier play.
Not going to get away with the fastball, outer third, up above the belt buckle to Manny Machado, any big leaguer for that matter. He stays on it nicely and sends it on its way to right center field.
3-0 LA. And now Cody Bellinger takes strike one. Bellinger coming in, hitting at 260. 20 homers, 62 runs batted in. He batted 8th last night's game. Bats in the cleanup spot tonight. This order is all over the place for Dave Roberts. You got a lot of good guys you can stick in there.
Sure. You know what? It almost, I look at this lineup, it's almost as like you can put any guy anywhere, right? I mean, there's not a lot of breathing room for any pitcher against this lineup. I mean, let's face it. Last night, Bellinger was hitting 8th, right? Had the single and a double. Now he's up in the order. Muncy comes off the bench, hits a home run. He's leading off. Dozier's down in the order.
Swing and a miss, and Bellinger strikes out. There's the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. First K for Brett Kennedy.
And that swing is all upper body for Bellinger. There's another kid who likes to spin on pitches on the inner half, and it looked like that's where he was looking. Pitch was up and away. All arms on that one.
One down brings up Brian Dozier, another newcomer. Has been hitting some home runs over the years at second base for the Minnesota Twins. Now a member of the LA Dodgers.
Yeah, how about that? A guy who can hit some home runs joins a ball club who is #1 in the National League, that being the Los Angeles Dodgers, in that category.
He's got 19 of them this year. 230 with 65 RBIs. And down to the count 0-2. See how Brett Kennedy reacts here and whether he can calm down and get some outs, log some innings here after the 3-run shot in the first inning off Machado.
We say quite a bit when a pitcher has difficulty pinpointing the fastball, maybe try a secondary pitch and see if that can get you through before you find that location on the heater.
Well, Dozier strikes out. Back-to-back Ks for Kennedy.
There's the slider. First thing is you got to head. 2 strikes, a little slider down and away. Boy, what being O can do. Let me start that again, Don. What 0 and 2 can do for you. That's what I was trying to say. I'll get it out.
2 down here in the first inning. Yasmani Grandal.
Do I get a mulligan?
Sure, anytime.
It's amazing what getting ahead can do, right?
Is that your point?
That's it.
There's the strikes, even the count right down the middle. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. 1-1. 21 home runs for Grandal. They shift on him in the infield. And there is strike 2. Kennedy throwing strikes now.
Touch at 92, 93. Maybe a changeup right here. Yep.
Bounces it and evens the count at 2-2. Inning started with Max Muncy singling to right. Justin Turner hit by a pitch, and then Manny Machado with a 3-run home run. Machado's 6th in a Dodgers uniform. Popped up. Will Myers in the shift. Only guy on the left side goes into shallow left and makes the catch. It ends the inning. 3-run shot for Manny Machado. It is 3-0 Dodgers. 3-0 Dodgers, thanks to Manny Machado, who just hit a 3-run shot off Padres starter Brett Kennedy. It's on to the second inning, and it'll be Hunter Renfroe lead it off, as Clayton Kershaw's got a 3-run lead with which to work. He had thrown 15 first inning pitches and had a 1-2-3 inning, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. So here is Hunter Renfroe, followed by Franmil Reyes and Austin Hedges.
Well, you talk about a deep hole to dig yourself out of with Clayton Kershaw, the way he was throwing. 3-run lead after 1.
Popped up, foul ground. Grandal and Muncy both over, and neither will have a play. So another opportunity here for Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe with 15 home runs on the year. Getting to start in left field for the Padres. Fouls it back again and is down 0-2. The Padres falling 31 games under 500 with a loss here last night. Ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and Renfroe strikes out. It's already 3 strikeouts on the night for Clayton Kershaw. Time now for Thrive Inside the Numbers. Last 13 starts versus the Padres for Clayton Kershaw. Check out these numbers. 10-0, a 0.89 earned run average. In 90 2/3 innings, 118 strikeouts. And the Padres have only hit it 127 against him. 1 earned run or fewer in 12 of 13 starts.
You know, in this game of baseball, the baseball vernacular, when a guy owns a team, that's pretty much ownage right there. It's like, who owns the Chiefs? Owns. Well, Clayton Kershaw, pretty good numbers against every team. Not just the Padres, but really good numbers.
Left side picked by Turner, who flips to first in time to get Franmil Reyes. Nice pick on the half hop down there at third base.
Crossover step, shuffle, and the pick hit hard enough to where you have plenty of time to get Reyes by 3 strides at first base. That is a big league play right there by Justin Turner.
So 2 down here in the second inning brings up Austin Hedges. 234, 10 homers, and 27 runs batted in for the Padres catcher. That's out of the 6th spot. They shift on Hedges on the left side of the infield. And a grounder foul outside the line at third. So Brian Dozier, the second baseman, going to the left side of the infield.
You know, I think we're going to see some foul balls like that because Clayton Kershaw to righties, he likes to that slider down and in, and there's not many things you can do with that pitch. You can swing over the top of it, you can foul it off your shin, or you can pull it foul. It's a very, very tough pitch to keep fair. I think in order to keep it fair, it's going to have to be a pitch that he misses and gets the inner part of the plate.
Let's take a look at StatCast AI, powered by AWS.
Biggest piece of the pie at shortstop, and Machado is just a little bit to the left of that middle piece of the pie. 31% of the balls hit that way off the bat of Austin Hedges.
5 in a row retired by Clayton Kershaw to begin the night. Next pitch will be the 25th of his outing. 0-2 pitch. Hedges will line that into left field for a base hit. And Austin Hedges gets the first hit of the night for the Padres. Good plate appearance right there. He battled.
And that's what the Padre hitters have got to do tonight. That was one of the keys to the game. And that's a breaking ball left up. Just goes to show you just a little bit. Great 12-6 rotation out of the hand of Kershaw. Yasmani Grandal wanted that one near the shoe tops.
2 down, Hedges at first base, and here is Jose Perella. And the start at second base. The pop-up off first, and it's Max Muncy who makes the catch that ends the top of the second inning. Inning and a half done, 3-0 LA.
Padres as Brett Kennedy heads out for his second inning of work, and there's 3 things that he needs to be aware of going into the rest of this ball game. Number 1, he has to use his off-speed pitch. Andy Green talked about the fact that the fastball played down in the minor leagues, but the off-speed pitch is going to be the difference maker here in the big leagues. We saw that, the adjustment he made in the first. Number 2, he's got to handle right-handed batters. They've hit 500 off him so far this season. He's got to figure out something to do. Machado, obviously right-hand batter, doing the damage there in the first inning. And finally, you can't be intimidated by Kershaw. Yes, you're facing one of the best, but you can't worry about that. If you start trying to be too perfect, you're going to find yourself behind in the count, and then the big inning happens. We'll see if Brett Kennedy can settle down and go deeper into this ball game, guys.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. The first inning, giving up that 3-run home run, did settle down to get Bellinger and Dozier back-to-back Ks. And get out of the inning without allowing any more runs as he works here into the second inning and deals with Chris Taylor.
Threw a couple good changeups. I think that's a big key, righty or lefty alike. You got to throw it to both hitters, and he threw a couple of nice little sliders last half inning as well. And you know, when you start throwing those off-speed pitches early in the count for strikes, you know that 92, even if you miss, I'm not going to say it's going to happen every time, but you off-speed, you get ahead, strike, whatever, and then you throw that 92, you miss with location, that ball will sneak up on you a little bit and maybe not catch up to it.
Falls behind here 3-1, missing with a high fastball. Dealing with the bottom third of the Dodgers order here in the second inning. Taylor, Puig, and Kershaw. There's Puig waiting on deck. It'll be his first appearance of the series. On the ground to third base, gathered down there by Myers for the first out here of the second inning. So Taylor retired. That'll bring up Yasiel Puig.
Number 66, Wild Horse Puig.
Did not appear in last night's game, and here he is in game 2. 267, 15 homers, 47 runs batted in. And with Puig in there tonight, Matt Kemp begins the night on the bench. Lots of options these days for Dave Roberts. To the center field, and Puig's got himself a base hit with one down. third hit for LA tonight off Brett Kennedy.
Looks like this pitch was off the plate if taken a ball, and out in front of it was Puig. He's so strong. That's a slider, and actually, you know what? That's right on the corner. Maybe outer third a little bit. Dumps it into shallow center field for the knock.
Now Clayton Kershaw already squaring here. They'll be crashing from the corners. Now he pulls it back. Throw over, and back to the bag is Puig. Kershaw has 7 hits this year. He is 7 for 33 at the plate. .212 average, no homers, 4 runs batted in. He can swing the bat. Another throw over, and that one a little closer.
Trying to get an idea if Kershaw is sliding that hand up on the bat. Looks like he's in bunt mode.
Pulls it back, takes a strike, kind of a double pump there by Hedges. And a stolen base for Puig. Hesitated there for a moment, not sure what happened.
Well, let's take a look. Well, straight steal right there, and it looks like behind the plate, I don't know, something maybe caught up. Oh, you know what? Austin hesitated. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He looked at first base. I don't know whether he thought he was deking, but he was going the whole way. You know how some guys will sprint off the bag and stop? But he took that little glance, and that was the difference.
So Puig in scoring position with 1 down. Strike over the outside corner. Kershaw down 1-2 in his 11th major league season. 160 average, 33 RBIs, 1 home run in his major league career. In the air to shallow left. Renfroe coming in, and Hunter will make the catch for the second out of the second inning. No advance for Puig, still at second base with 2 away. Top of the order, Max Muncy coming up.
Boy, he put a charge into one last night, didn't he? It's tough to sneak a fastball near this kid. He hit it more towards the right center field gap, halfway up the pavilion.
Has not been good in this spot. 2 outs and runners in scoring position, only hitting at 133. He's got Puig at second with 2 down. Hold off Hedges for strike 1.
So how does Kennedy counter? He throws him a first pitch breaky ball.
Get a look at that home run you were talking about from last night. Muncy, the pinch hit 2-run home run off Phil Maton. A part of the victory in game 1 for the Dodgers. 29 home runs now for Muncy.
You never know what Puig's going to be doing out there on the bases, right?
He started and stopped a couple of different times.
Time to disrupt Brett Kennedy.
Foul back below us. 38 pitches now in an inning and 2/3 for Brett Kennedy. Taylor to ground out to begin this inning. Puig singled, stole second. Kershaw flied out to left, so 2 down, runner at second. And he's ahead of Max Muncy, 1-2. But Galvis trying to keep Puig close at second base, playing right in behind him. Good size lead for Puig. Pitch out almost, and the throw down there seemed to surprise Will Myers. Stealing third is Puig, and getting up slowly after the stolen base. Myers was not going to cover third base for some reason.
You know, I think as a third baseman, you have to anticipate when that pitch is taken. He's kind of flat-footed, not moving in towards the home plate area and then over towards third base. It looked like he was kind of flat-footed, and we just got done saying you never know what Puig's going to do. And Austin Hedges has to throw to a moving target, and that's tough for a catcher as well.
Two stolen bases in the inning for Yasiel Puig, who's now 90 feet away. Ball 3.
I would think as a third baseman, once that ball crosses the hitting area, and you got a good view of it, right? Especially the left-handed hitter, you got to anticipate coming in or going to that bag, just because Puig's going to be running free and trying to steal that bag, and he did.
Swing and a miss, and Kennedy strikes out Muncy to end the inning. 3-0 LA through 2. The third inning. It's time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question.
I love trivia.
9 players have hit 3 or more career home runs against Clayton Kershaw. Name the 1 player who hit 3 home runs versus Kershaw as a Padre. Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia.
Ryan Klesko.
Why not? That's been the answer to a lot of ours.
Yeah. And I know that Clayton Kershaw probably wasn't even in the big leagues that time. In fact, I know for a fact he was not. It was just a throwaway answer because, like you said, Don, he's been in a lot of answers recently.
And Will Margot leading it off here in the 3rd inning. Margot, Kennedy, and Galvis scheduled to bat in the inning. And Will batting 8th in the order tonight. Lines it to left field. That's in for a base hit. Chris Taylor over quickly to knock it down. Margot thinking 2. And the throw to second base will be late. A double for Margot. Second Padres hit of the night.
Pitcher number 60.
Bob Scanlon earlier was talking about Manuel Margot and his spot in the lineup. And is this a mistake? Enter third and in enough, catching most of the way to where he can keep it fair. And right out of the box, Manuel is thinking too, because Taylor's got to go to his right. He kind of booted it a little bit. Straight double.
Lead runner at second base to begin things here in the 3rd. Brett Kennedy squaring. And he drops it down the third baseline. Good bunt. One play for Turner, and he makes it at first base. Sacrifice complete. 5-4 on the sacrifice at first base. It allows Margot to take third base with now one down.
Textbook, Brett Kennedy. Putting on a clinic. Got it done quickly. Good technique. Let the ball hit the bat. Perfect location. And as the base runner, you see that ball trajectory down towards the grass. You go.
Gotta go.
Gotta go.
One down, Margot at third, and Freddie Galvis standing in. 30th pitch coming up for Clayton Kershaw. And it is lined into right center field. A base hit for Galvis. Here comes Margot from third. Padres are on the board. 3-1 Dodgers, but the Padres pick up a run here in the third inning. Galvis continues to swing a hot bat.
First pitch, outer half. Pitch is up, 89 on that pitch. Not overpowering by any means. And once again, if Kershaw's going to be around the plate early, you're going to see early hacks from these Padre hitters.
And Will Myers standing in. Grounded out to third base in the first inning, 0 for 1. Broken bat grounder back in the first inning.
Talking about Clayton Kershaw and pitches and counts. First pitch, if it's there, take a hack. 377 off the first pitch. That's exactly what Freddie Galvis did. Rightfully won to right center field.
2-0 to Myers, and that'll be downstairs. 3-0.
I mean, when you think about it, Kershaw's a guy who is very good at throwing strike one because he has such good control with all of his pitches. Once he gets ahead strike one, then he can start dicing and slicing in and out of the zone. So if it's the first one over the plate, hack at it.
Myers swinging 3-0, lines one into the gap in left center. That'll get down. Over is Taylor to cut it off. Galvis headed for third, and he'll get there. So the Padres coming up with some hits here, and now have runners at first and third with one away. Swinging 3-0 was Will Myers.
I like it. Why not? It's a fastball, and it's right at the knees. Splits the heart of the plate. Who doesn't love a fastball down the middle right at the knees, splitting the plate? Don, you would do this. And Freddie Galvis, the place right in front of him, never breaks stride. I love first to third. First to third action for the Pods.
Only one out here in the third inning brings up Eric Hosmer. Hosmer, one of the 3 strikeout victims for Clayton Kershaw. Struck out swinging in the first inning. 5 for 12 in his career against Kershaw. 417 so far. So far so good for Eric Hosmer. Bouncing in and gathered by Grandal.
That's a run saved. It looks like a cutter, slider. It's got that funky rotation to it. And a nice smother and recover from Yasmani. Fastball in.
Jammed him, popped up. Back comes Grandal. He's got a play, and he makes it for out number 2 of the third inning.
That's a really nice pitch. It's exactly where Kershaw wanted to throw it. And like you said, Don, he got in on him. Can't get extended. We're at third, trying to maybe elevate something to the outfield at least, and just gets down by the label a little bit, working underneath it. Papo fouls out to the Yasmanian Devil.
2 down, first and third, and Hunter Renfroe the batter. Strikeout victim in the second inning. It's a fly ball to left field. Chris Taylor coming in. And Taylor will put it away. Well, Kershaw minimizes the damage. Padres get a run, and it is 3-1 LA. Our thoughts, a sad loss of Senator John McCain today. The war hero passes away in 2018.
1995 was the year that a tornado hit Los Angeles.
MLB.TV is now available at a lower price. For $49.99, watch every out-of-market regular season game. Plus, get a free subscription to MLB At Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV to take advantage of this special offer.
On to the last of the third inning back at Dodger Stadium. Justin Turner, Manny Machado, and Cody Bellinger. Turner hit by a pitch in the first inning. Will take strike one this time. Kennedy giving up the 3-run home run to Machado in the first inning. Not allow a run in the second. Here he is in the third. Down the right field line, and a foul ball. Time for the Kia Drive to Success. Most extra base hits in August. Justin Turner's got 13. Ronald Acuna Jr. with 17. David Peralta, who we saw recently with the Arizona Diamondbacks, with 14.
That's wearing out the gaps and wearing down the lines, like that one right there. Very, very close, right? The reason why Justin Turner this weekend, red turn 2, has all those doubles, extra base hits. A lot of gunk. Was that dirt from the pine tar that accumulated on his bat?
It had collected after he took off.
Yeah.
Dropped it and had a bunch of dirt on it. Seemed to be a lot of mud.
Yeah. On the bat?
Yeah.
I hate that.
0-2 pitch. Bounces in 1-2. Turner now 10 home runs on the year. Hit one last night here. To left field. Renfroe playing very deeply, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Start things in the third. First hit of the night for Justin Turner. Time now for the answer to our Valley View Casino trivia question. 9 players have hit 3 or more career home runs versus Clayton Kershaw. Name the one player who has hit 3 home runs versus Kershaw as a member of the Padres. Chris Denorfia.
I would have not gotten that in 100 years.
Did you know you didn't know that?
I did not know that. Chris Denorfia. Wow.
Manny Machado getting his second look here at Brett Kennedy. Homered off him in the first inning. Fourth consecutive season now at 30 or more home runs for Machado. Combined numbers between LA and Baltimore. Slow grounder left side. Myers will cut it off. His throw pulled Hosmer a little bit, but Hosmer able to keep that toe on the bag to retire Machado. 5-3 on the putout. Turner takes second base.
I think if there's anyone who is really appreciative of Eric Hosmer being over at first base, it's every infielder. But Will Myers learning third base, he's got to tip his cap. That one's a very makeable play for Eric. My point is that when the errant throws from Will, if he's going through a learning curve, is there anybody better to have over there than a Gold Glove first baseman like Eric Hosmer? I think that works in the favor for Will Myers.
I wonder what kind of changes he had to make throwing wise, because now he's throwing pretty much sidearm from third base. Obviously never did that as an outfielder.
No, I think he's just so athletic that you can put him in any position, he would throw accordingly. I think if you put on the gear, he's drafted as a catcher, he would do the old catch and snap throw from the ear with the best of them. Now, how effective he would be, I don't know.
Cody Bellinger struck out swinging in the first inning, 0 for 1. Bellinger hitting at .378 in the month of August. 3 home runs, 18 RBIs in 21 games. That's where they pitched him effectively in the postseason to begin this year. Up and in.
Fastball's up and in. Breaking ball's down by the back foot with 2 strikes, and he could not lay off.
Started off very slowly. The average to 260 right now. That's with this great month of August. Two and two. Leadoff single by Justin Turner started the third inning. Machado grounded out to third, getting Turner to second. And Brian Dozier waiting on deck. Inside, straightened him up, almost hit him.
Let's see if he throws him a changeup here. Maybe something off speed, and he's trying to give him a heavy dose of pitches in because Bellinger likes to get extended.
Bellinger with a swing and a miss. Goes to the fastball up and in. And that's the second time tonight Bellinger has struck out. 4 Ks for Brett Kennedy, 2 down.
Very nice. Went back to the well, the heater. We saw this pitch earlier in the at-bat. Top of the picture frame, upper left. And Bellinger cannot lay off.
Can't hit it, can't lay off it.
Went belly up on that one.
2 down in the inning. Turner still at second base. Brian Dozier getting his second look at Brett Kennedy. He struck out swinging in the first inning. Last 5 games hitting at .333. Turner with his walking lead at second base. Dozier hits it in the air to right field. Reyes running in on a slant towards the line. Makes the catch. It'll end the inning. Turner left at second. We head to the fourth. 3-1 LA. by Ram Trucks.
Talking about Clayton Kershaw and how he has hitters chase out of the zone. This is Freddie Galvis leading off the game. The high curveball up and out of the zone. Freddie getting a little froggy right there. Wanted to get on base. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Up out of the zone. How about down out of the zone? Eric Hosmer with the cut fastball. There's a good look at the rotation, and Eric way out in front of it. Can't get hurt down there. Up and out of the zone. Any way you look at it, Clayton Kershaw is very, very tough to hit.
2 down. First situation here for Reyes to lead off an inning in this game. And he's got Hedges and Perella to follow. Big cut there. Swinging for the fences. 0-2. Cody Bellinger, the center fielder, into left center. They're playing for him to pull. Fouls it off. Stays alive. 0-2.
There's that little cut fastball down in the zone. Righties and lefties alike, and as Don was mentioning, there's the big gap in right center field as Bellinger playing on the shortstop side of second base in center field. Fastball for show right there. 90 way up out of the zone. Curveball.
Just low.
Yeah, how do you lay off that? You know what I'm saying? How do you lay off this pitch? Because we just talked about tools of the trade, him going down out of the zone, and credit Reyes for laying off that pitch.
That is strike 3. Picks up the outside corner. Strikeout number 4 for Clayton Kershaw. Is out number 1 of the 4th inning.
I'll tell you what, this is a surgeon at work. Working that scalpel and just hitting that outside corner with a cut fastball. Perfectly located.
No one down here in the 4th inning. Brings up Austin Hedges. Single to left field in the 2nd inning. It's one of the 4 Padres hits on the night. Both the Padres and Dodgers with 4 hits each. Kershaw falling behind here, 1-0. Make it 2-0, a little bit high. Dodgers have won each of Kershaw's last 13 starts against the Padres. Again, he is 10-0 with a 0.89 earned run average against the Padres. Padres have not beaten Kershaw in a start since June 21st of 2013. Popped up left side. Shortstop Manny Machado. 2 down. Well, the Padres hit 2 home runs in a single game. Tweet at Fox Sports San Diego using the hashtag #HitToGetTo for your chance to win 4 Hankook tires, brought to you by Evans Tire and Service Centers. 2 down in the 4th inning, and Jose Perella fouled out to the first baseman. Max Muncy in the 2nd inning, getting his 2nd look here at Kershaw. And taking strike 1.
Don, would you agree with me if the Padres can grind out at bats, get the pitch count out for Kershaw, keep it close 3-1, they get to that bullpen, because we know that has not been the thing, a good thing for the Dodgers lately.
Down the left field line and a foul ball. Even 50 pitches right now for Kershaw. 2 down here in the 4th inning. You're doing yourself a favor if you can get him out of the game.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, and Pirello strikes out. 5 strikeouts now for Kershaw. 3.5 done, 3-1 Dodgers. All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. Here it is, 3-1. Dodgers on top. And leading it off is Yasmani Grandal. Brett Kennedy into his 4th inning of work.
Once again, it seems like the Redbirds are the story of the National League as we go in the middle of August, towards the end of August. 18-4 record in August going into tonight. Playing some really good baseball.
Kind of surprising when they were not earlier this year. And of course, the firing of Mike Matheny.
And you know what, Don? Each of those 4 losses came only by 1 run. So they're keeping in games. They're making it tough for the opposition, even in the losses.
Now time for Lowe's whole team together. Dodgers leading with 180 home runs. Max Muncy with 29 of those home runs. There's a fly ball. It's a right field. Reyes going back onto the track to make the catch. Grandal made a bid for another home run for the Dodgers. And he is out number 1 to the bottom of the 4th inning.
You know, I mentioned it earlier, but the Dodgers are number 1 in the home run category. There's a little slider in, and you can just get out in front and underneath it a little bit. And Don, I did a little math before the game. In the lineup tonight for the Dodgers, 157 home runs collectively.
Because you add Dozier and you add Machado. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm starting 1 through 8, 29-10, 29-20, 19-21, 14-15. Bingo.
So you're saying they can hit some home runs?
Yeah.
Chris Taylor's got 14 and rips this by Myers at 3rd. Down to the left field corner. Taylor heading for 2 and rounding second base, but he will pull it up. 1 out double. Myers was into the grass at 3rd. He rips it by him.
Well, 30 doubles on the year sounds pretty good for Taylor, and he takes a 2-seamer in off the plate and very quick to it. out of the dive. Don, you mentioned he was even with the bag, so it cuts down the range. And he's always hustling out of the box. Always think 3. You can always put on the brakes. That's exactly what CT3 does, and he'll take that 30th double of the year.
One down, Taylor at second base, and Yasiel Puig coming up. Puig singled to center field in the second, then proceeded to steal 2 bases.
Always fun. You don't have to throw this guy a strike right here, especially with a runner in scoring position. He's going to get a little froggy. But that's too high there. It's got to be just enough, as you like to say, to tantalize the hitter to swing at.
Puig left at third base in the second inning. Outside for ball 2. So he's gone high and he's gone wide, but he's down 2-0.
Will he throw an off-speed pitch here for a strike now? Maybe a slider, change up. Yank the fastball. Plus you got the pitcher on deck, right? The base being open.
Kershaw, pretty good hitting pitcher though.
Yep, right. But judging at the first 3 pitches to Puig, didn't seem to be very anywhere close.
No pitch around here. And there you go. So down to first base goes Puig. First walk allowed by Kennedy in his outing. And it's first and second with 1 down. And Kershaw coming up. Kershaw's second plate appearance against Brett Kennedy. Flied out to left field in the second inning. 0 for 1. We're getting to that twilight time, which we saw last night was an adventure. Infielders, outfielders on any fly ball right around now can be tough. Just couldn't see it last night. We'll see what happens tonight as Kershaw is up there with 1 down, 2 on. And bunting and catching it at third is Myers. So he didn't get the bunt down, more of a little pop-up, and Myers runs in and makes the catch. So unable to advance the runners is Clayton Kershaw, 2 down.
Working underneath it, and good hop right there by Will Myers and keeping those runners there. Big out for San Diego. Now 2 outs, they can go the short way to get out of this inning.
2 on, 2 down. Top of the order, Max Muncy. Muncy has singled to right, scored a run, and struck out. Strike 1. Kennedy has battled here after a rough first inning, which he gave up a 3-run home run. Here he is in the 4th. Going to work his way around to first and second with 2-out situation.
Nice first pitch slider right there for a strike.
Gonna get a visit from Freddie Galvis. That'll be a mound visit. High strike call and on the inside corner. Next pitch will be the 70th for Brett Kennedy of this game. '28th birthday today for Max Muncy. Batting here with 2 down. Runners at first and second. One and 2. He's now 1 shy of hitting 30 home runs himself. Now 29 on the year coming in. The pinch hit 2-run home run last night in game 1. Popped up foul off to the left out of play.
Kennedy giving a heavy dose of fastballs into Muncy. Did the same thing to Bellinger. once again, guys that hit home runs, they like to get extended. How do you counter that? Try to bust them inside. Bust a move inside and change up maybe away. Don't just stand there, bust a move.
On the ground, but foul. Right outside the bag at first. So it hangs at 1-2 here to Muncy. Taylor will have to head on back to second. Puig to first.
Max Muncy never hit more than 21 home runs in a season. That was an A-ball in 2013 at Stockton. In Oakland 2015, he hit 3 home runs. 2016, he hit 2 home runs.
One-two pitch. 2-2. Perella backed up at second base. He's in short right. Not a full shift here. They are backed up and for Muncy to pull. You got Bolt, Perella, and Hosmer on the outfield grass on that right side.
Yeah, he's definitely in pull mode, both infield and outfield, huh? He's got one thing in mind, like I said last night.
2-2. Away for ball 3. Now the runners can get a start here with 2 down. So Taylor at second, Puig at first. They'll be off.
You know, it'd be a good move right here for Kennedy. He'll hold for a little bit, and then the inside move to spin towards second base, just to keep that runner, especially with the defense playing the way they are. Galvis is splitting the bag and the runner at shortstop, just to give him a look.
That is ball 4. The bases are loaded. 2 walks in the inning, 2 walks in the outing right now for Brett Kennedy. They are loaded up for Justin Turner. Aaron Balsley, the pitching coach, headed to the mound.
I think a part of this visit is to give him a little bit of a breather. I think secondly, what has Muncy been trying to do to Turner tonight too?
Come in.
A lot of fastballs in, huh? I'm guessing first pitch here is going to be an off-speed pitch. Either a slider, a well-located slider down and away for a strike. Just a guess.
You don't think they'll continue to try to bust him in?
I think with no, I don't. Not at this point. Not with the first pitch.
Now, Turner tonight has been hit by a pitch and singled to left.
And you know what? Turner could be sitting off speed, thinking the same way along same lines as Kennedy.
.319 average with the bases loaded. Has never had a grand slam. 75 pitches deep is Kennedy and trying to get out of this inning. Strike 1. Went to the fastball to start it.
Good location too, knee high, down and away.
Turner did not think it was a strike. Foul back, 0-2, and he came in that time.
Yep. Down and away at the knees, other side of the plate, four-seamer in. Little run in, and that's down by the label. That's a darn good pitch by Brett Kennedy.
Bases filled with Dodgers, 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-run game. Dodgers on top 3-1. Big spot right here. Turner fouls it off to the right out of play.
Nothing but fastballs up to this point.
0-2 pitch coming up. Turner thought about it, takes the ball high. Pitch 80 coming up for Brett Kennedy. Taylor at third, Puig at second, Muncy at first with 2 down. Two and two. Kennedy got ahead 0-2, and now it's even. Turner rips it down the left field line, but out ahead. Foul ball, 2 and 2. So Garrett Ballsy is headed to get on the phone. Two again. Inside, almost hit him that time. Full count now, and everybody's going to be on the move. Taylor at third, Puig at second, Muncy at first. They'll all get a start. Turner to center field. Back goes Margot. He'll get there to make the catch on the edge of the track that ends the inning. Kennedy out of the jam. 3-1 LA. Padres baseball brought to you by Petco, the pet company. By Hyundai, get a great deal, more than a great deal on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. And by Jerome's Furniture, where Jerry's price is the lowest price every day. 3-1, Dodgers have the lead as we head to the top half of the 5th inning. Brett Kennedy just pitching his way out of a major jam. Dodgers left him loaded, and Kennedy looks like he's going to bat for himself, scheduled to bat second in this inning. Let's play along to the top of the 5th inning. And Will Margot will lead it off here against Clayton Kershaw. Kershaw fresh off a 1-2-3 4th inning. 2 strikeouts and a pop out. Oh, 0-2 now to Margot. blemish, the RBI single by Freddie Galvis in the third inning scored Margot. The Padres their first run. Foul down the right field line, out of play. That inning took a lot out of Kennedy. He had to throw 28 pitches last inning.
Yeah, that's a workout. Intense inning. Especially that at bat to Turner.
No 2 pitch coming up again here to Margot. And a swing and a miss. Margot strikes out. 6 strikeouts for Kershaw. 1 down in the inning.
When you're America's Best Value, you don't need fancy uniforms. How do you know it's clip-on?
1 down here in the 5th brings up Brett Kennedy. Well, the sacrifice bunt that he got down in the 3rd inning. For 4 at the big league level so far for Brett Kennedy. Kershaw falling behind, 2-0. Outfield very shallow on Kennedy. Feel a little added pressure whenever you're facing the opposing pitcher.
Sure.
I mean, a little bit there.
Yeah, I remember you're talking about at bats.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the pitcher. Like, you know you're facing the other pitcher who's not a great hitter. I mean, is there any extra there? I mean, how do you approach it?
Me, honestly, I just tried to throw the ball down the middle. But then there were other guys. In fact, there's a guy in the house right now who could hit, and I faced him. We hooked horns. Fernando Valenzuela. That guy could swing the bat.
Kennedy strikes out. Back-to-back Ks, 7 and all for Kershaw.
But there were guys who you just knew that were horrible. Don't waste any time.
So you just go right down the middle.
Just go right. There's the left-hander, Fernando Valenzuela. That guy's a great athlete.
2 down here in the 5th. Talk about a rock star in Monterrey, Mexico. When we were there, that was unbelievable. For that series, of course, the Monterrey series between the Padres and the Dodgers earlier this season.
Does that seem like 20 years ago?
Yeah, it seems like a couple anyway.
Wow.
Freddie Galvis' 3rd plate appearance. Struck out and single.
You know, I remember facing here at Dodger Stadium, Fernando, and coming to the plate and facing him, and it was like, this guy doesn't throw hard at all. And then he turned one over on me, one of those screwballs, and I swung and missed for the strikeout. I was like, man, it's not like he's, blowing the ball by people, but he could pitch, man. He can hit his spots, change speeds.
A lot of deception.
Yeah, that too, yeah. But it's almost like you walk away saying, like, how is this guy so successful? Because he doesn't throw that hard.
Two to Galvis. In the air to left field. Over goes Taylor. He'll have room. And he makes the catch. It ends the top of the 5th inning. We're halfway through. 3-1 LA. reason they have the lead over the Padres. Manny Machado is coming up to the plate now. Hit a 3-run home run back in the first inning.
Oh, it was a four-seam fastball that missed location. You wanted it down the way, and anytime you get Machado extended, chalk it up. Number 30, a 3-run shot to put the Dodgers on the board in the first.
Machado leads it off here in the home half of the 5th inning. A 3-run shot in the first, grounded out to third base in the third. To short this time, and Freddie Galvis. One down in the 5th inning. Send it down to Bob Scanlon.
You know, Don, talking about Manny Machado, we all know the physical talents that this young man has, but in talking to people in the Dodger organization who've gotten a chance to see him play on a daily basis now, they've been very, very impressed with his knowledge of the game and his ability to adapt to whatever the situation calls for. It's nice to know that there's a player out there that's not only physically talented, but is learning and understanding every facet of the game. He's been a huge asset. We'll see if it's worth it for the 2-month rental, though, guys.
All right, thanks very much, Scan. One down here in the 5th inning. Cody Bellinger will take a look at ball one.
It's going to be one of those exciting off seasons when it comes to free agents and what happens for players like Machado. And Don, you and I have discussed it. You know, if you're a baseball fan, I'm sure you've discussed it as well watching. But to me, when they acquired Machado and gave up those prospects, said they were all in, right?
Well, you always think it could be just that one extra piece, you know, that will help you. And the fact that they lost Seager was so huge here. I mean, that was just enormous. They had to fill that void. Bellinger now, Dozier next. Another addition for the Dodgers coming over from the Minnesota Twins. Strike call. Bellinger didn't like it. Borderline call. 2-2. May not have been borderline, actually.
Little tail up and away.
Pitch 90 of the night coming up for the Padres starter. And that's strike 3. Bellinger knew it, takes with him the 5th strikeout for Brett Kennedy, and that is the 3rd time Bellinger is down by way of the K tonight.
The hat trick. And Brett Kennedy has found his groove. And Bellinger is looking for something else. To me, that's just straight guessing. He is looking for something maybe up and in like he got him before. Very nice pitch.
2 down. Brian Dozier 0 for 2 tonight. Dozier struck out swinging in the first, flied out to Franmil Reyes in right field in the 3rd. To right field, very deep was Reyes. He's coming in on the run to make the catch that will end the inning. 1-2-3 5th for Brett Kennedy, a 3-1 Dodgers lead. Kershaw so far tonight, giving him just 1 run, and he has racked up 7 strikeouts in his outing so far. On the other side, Brett Kennedy running into trouble in the first inning with 2 on, a 3-run shot for Manny Machado, his 30th home run of the year. And the Dodgers jumped out to the 3-0 lead, but Freddie Galvis drives in Manuel Margot this base hit in the 3rd inning to make it 3-1. And that's where we stand here heading into the top of the 6th inning. Brett Kennedy 5 innings, 3 earned runs. Clayton Kershaw 5 innings, 1 earned run. Galvis and Machado the offensive leaders so far in this game for both the Padres and the Dodgers. And leading it off for the Padres would be Will Myers here in the 6th inning. Myers, Hosmer, and Renfroe 2, 3, and 4 against Kershaw as Myers takes strike 1.
And Don, this is what we talked about in our game open. The big boppers, the guys who have the chance to do some damage. Brett Kennedy bounced back. He has kept the Dodgers at 3. Oh, that was a mistake missed right there.
Right center field, and it'll be Bellinger who makes the catch.
Will Myers wants that one back. Watch the location of this pitch right here. Little cut fastball. A little bit of late movement, and then working underneath it a little bit for the pop fly to right. Caught by the center fielder.
1 down for Eric Hosmer. For 2 tonight. Hosmer struck out swinging in the 1st inning. Fouled out to the catcher Yasmani Grandal in the 3rd inning. To short, and Machado. 2 down in the 6th inning.
I just noticed right there, Machado, he's got a good arm too. He had plenty of time, no doubt about it, to get Hosmer, but he kind of, see, that's about 75% on that one. Good fuzz across the diamond.
10 in a row retired by Kershaw. And it brings up Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe 0 for 2. Struck out swinging and flied out to left field. $15 home runs on the year for Renfroe. Action in the Padres pen. Matt Strahm up in the pen. 92 pitches through 5 innings for Brett Kennedy. Strike 2. Bottom of the zone.
Well, when you get calls like that and you've got pinpoint control, I mean, Clayton Kershaw has only walked prior to this game 20 in 116 plus innings. You're going to get those calls, you go right back out there because you can place it there. Look at now, Hunter's got to swing at that 91 off the plate.
Pitch 75 coming up here for Kershaw with 2 down in the 6th inning. Bounces in and a full count. And no walks in this outing so far for Kershaw to 7 strikeouts. Make it 8 strikeouts, and the end of the top of the 6th inning. Dodgers have a 3-1 lead. Ball brought to you by Sequan Casino. Opening in 2019 in Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. By Jack in the Box. Try something different like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls. Only at Jack in the Box for limited time. And by Evans Tire and Service Centers. Home of the buy two, get two. Bottom of the 6th inning back at Dodger Stadium. 3-1 LA on top. New pitcher Matt Strom into the game.
Hey, nice job by Brett Kennedy bouncing back. 3 in the first. He shut down the Dodgers. Had some stressful innings and kept the Dodgers at 3. So enter Matt Strom, the left-hander. Different look for these Dodger hitters. Already his 30th game for Stromy on Players Weekend.
'95 and jumping ahead 0-2.
So I guess Matt is just adding the Y on the back of his name on his jersey. And thank you, family.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Yasmani Grandal to begin the 6th inning. Set it down to Scan.
You know, Don, as Mark Grant was just saying, it is Players Weekend, and Matt Strom has had some fun with it. Look at these shoes. These are the best shoes that you're ever going to see on a baseball field. As you can see, it's the Sandlot theme, and on these shoes, he has all the characters from Sandlot. He's got Hercules, Benny the Jet Rodriguez, Wendy Peppercorn is on there, Ham, Smalls. Hey, one of your favorites, Mark Grant, Squints is on there.
Yeah.
So, hey, ode to Matt Strom for getting an artist to do up his shoes. Now, guys aren't allowed to wear these during the regular season, but apparently a lot of major leaguers now are getting their shoes painted for batting practice shoes. You know what? I'd love to see these in regular season. I don't know about you guys, but Major League Baseball, you're killing me, Smalls. Let them wear these shoes in the regular season.
Well, a chance to do that in this Players Weekend.
That's a great choice by Matt.
On the ground foul outside of third.
Speaking of the Sandlot, one of the greatest scenes. Squints.
At the pole?
Yeah, he needs mouth to mouth. So Wendy Peppercorn coming to the rescue. And he had it all set up.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
There's that slider, rather, from Matt Strom, down and in. You know, we talk about Clayton Kershaw going cutters in and sliders down and in. Matt Strom doing that to the right-handed hitter here, Chris Taylor.
Swing and a miss, and Taylor strikes out. Back-to-back Ks for Strom, 2 down. That's 7 strikeouts now for Padres pitching.
Just as I was saying right here, you get 2 strikes on him. That is a tough pitch to lay off. Slider down and in.
Two down for Yasiel Puig. He has single to center and walked. And on twice tonight for LA. You're talking about the stress innings for Kennedy. Dodgers left a runner at third in the second, left a runner at second in the third, left the bases loaded in the 4th inning. Had to pitch through all of that. So there were some stress innings. There were only 5 of them. Gave up the 3-run home run in the first. Oh-2 to Puig. And a grounder to shortstop, Freddie Galvis. Throws out Puig and ends the 6th inning. We head to the 7th with the Dodgers on top 3-1. Fans of the game. Padre fan here in the midst of a huge crowd here in LA.
Yeah, I understand there's a lot of Friar faithful that took the Fan Express bus, Fox Sports San Diego Fan Express bus up here for the series, so we welcome them, taking it into the big league ball game. Seeing every type of jersey, wearing them proudly.
It's on to the 7th inning, and look at this crowd tonight. 3-1 Dodgers.
I'm guessing over 40,000.
Oh yeah. More like 50, I feel.
Really?
Yeah. Franmil Reyes, Austin Hedges, Jose Perella. High drive, deep left field off the bat of Franmil Reyes. Back to the wall goes Taylor, and it is gone. A home run. Blast for Franmil, his 10th of the year, and the Padres are within a run. It's 3-2. Breaks up a string of 11 in a row retired by Kershaw.
Well, we mentioned it earlier in the telecast. These Padre hitters, if you see something you like early in the count, jump on it. Oh, 90. Fastball. Belt buckle high. Serious launch angle. Halfway up the pavilion. That was a no-doubter. Wow. That's a bull.
Leadoff home run starts the 7th inning. Now it is strike one to Austin Hedges. And a double figures in home runs for Franmil. Home run distance 403 feet. Slowly rolled down the third baseline. Turner races in. His throw going to be low, but dug out by Max Muncy. Nice play by Muncy at first base.
Boy, not only helping out Justin Turner at third base, but Muncy doing a good job preventing that ball from going down the right field line and possibly extra bases in the scoring position. There's the hits the lip of the grass, and wasn't the prettiest, but it's a results-based business. He got the job done.
One down here in the 7th. Jose Perella. 0-4-2 has fouled out to the first baseman and struck out swinging. Padres getting back within a run with a home run by Franmil Reyes to lead off this 7th inning. Earlier an RBI single by Freddie Galvis. 2 runs collected tonight by the Padres off Clayton Kershaw. Fouled off, 1-2. Fouled off, and Perella stays alive. Kershaw had retired 11 in a row coming into this inning before the home run by Reyes. This location, and Reyes took advantage of it. And Will Margot waits on deck. Padres batting here in the visiting half of the 7th inning. Just getting a piece again, barely.
If he throws him something over the heart of the plate, it's a mistake by Kershaw, because he is just pinpointing these last few pitches down and away. And he knows that Perella likes to swing out of his shoes, right? Backdoor cutter.
To shortstop, Machado. He's got 2 down.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres. He's really good, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
El Ministro.
2 down here in the 7th for Manuel Margot. Doubled in the 3rd, scored the Padres' first run in the 3rd, and then struck out swinging in the 5th. His 3rd look. Clayton Kershaw, grounder foul. Kershaw last time out went 7 innings in a 12-1 victory over the Mariners in his last start. Picked up win number 6 of the year. Did he offer? No, he did not, says first base umpire Ryan Adeton. Foul back, 1-2. Margot getting the start in center field for the Padres tonight, batting out of the 8th spot. Doing so here with 2 down in the 7th inning. Base is empty. Trailing by just a run now. Franmil Reyes beginning this inning with a home run, his 10th of the year.
That's good for him. In the double digits in the home run column.
There's pitch 90 for Kershaw. And he strikes out Margot to end the top of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch from Dodger Stadium. Home run number 10 of the year for Franmil Reyes. Gets the Padres within a run. After 6.5, it's 3-2 LA. Closer. It's now 3-2 Dodgers. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. More Matt Strahm back out there again, and why not? Had a quick and easy 1-2-3 6th inning. Struck out 2, got a ground out, and it is Clayton Kershaw leading it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
You know what, Don, as we take a look at Kershaw coming up to the plate, this might be one of those games where Dave Roberts sticks with the left-hander. He's good for about 100, 110 pitches, no more. But with the score being so close, 3-2, rather than turn over to that bullpen, he's going to stick with his ace.
Grounder down the line, hits the bag, and rolls Goes down the right field line. Kershaw's thinking two. Throw from Reyes going to be close. Kershaw is out at second base. Upset with himself as he came off the bag, it looked like, too. Hits the bag at first, gets into right, and Reyes throws him out at second base.
Well, the ball bouncing the Dodgers' way. There's the single, trying to stretch it into a double. Reyes with the seed to Galvis. And immediately, oh, this will give us the good look here. Does he lose? Yep. Immediately, Kershaw slapping the bag, knowing that he made a mistake trying to stretch it into two.
Ill-advised with your pitching hand.
Absolutely. Ill-advised as the pitcher, don't you think?
Yes.
Take the single.
Thrown out 9-6. One out here in the seventh inning.
And you know what? That takes a lot out of a pitcher now. I mean, that's a dead sprint. Dead sprint from home plate to second base and sliding. That's why it's so important for Matt Strom to shut down these Dodgers this inning. Throw up a 0.
Muncy drives one to deep right center field. Ball's back. That ball's gone. 30th home run of the year for Max Muncy. Dodgers have their 2-run lead back. It's now 4-2. 28th birthday for Muncy. He hits his 30th home run of the year.
Fastball middle in 94. I mentioned it last night. Before the pinch hit home run, he's got one thing in mind.
Two Dodgers. Foul to the screen by Justin Turner. Foul back again, 0-2. Strom had a 1-2-3-6th inning single, followed by the throw out at second base, followed by the home run by Max Muncy, and a 4-2 Dodgers lead. In the dirt, 1-2. Turner right center. Over goes Margot to make the catch for out number 2 of the inning.
Arco, quality top-tier gas for less.
2 down, last of the 7th inning, and Manny Machado coming up. You know, I think another thing too, but Manny Machado, a guy who has played in Baltimore all of his career, and there were some good years there. The Camden Yards is great, but I think this stage will take him to a new level perhaps and bring up his game, elevate his game even more.
Bigger spotlight.
Yeah, and I think he's the type of player that would thrive in a bigger spot, a bigger stage.
I mean, nothing against Baltimore.
No, not at all.
Great
it's a
organization,
great baseball town,
tradition,
great stadium.
Love going there. Love the whole thing. Love the mat. Love the Oriole on the hat. It's the best logo in baseball.
But it's not Dodger Stadium.
It's not Dodger Stadium. There's something to be said about that. You're absolutely right.
Foul back, 0-2.
I love the smiling Oriole.
It's a great logo. They've had a terrible season this year.
Wow.
37 wins on the season. 37-91 going into today's action. This is grounded softly down third baseline. Strong plants and fires, but it's low. Infield hit for Machado's second hit of the game.
No, it's one of those situations where you respect the pop of Manny Machado. And once in a while, out in front of a pitch, there's no way that Matt Strom is going to throw him out. As Will Myers was playing way back at third base.
Two down, Machado at first, and it brings up Cody Bellinger, who's had a tough night. Struck out in the first, struck out in the third, struck out in the fifth. All that was against Brett Kennedy. Now he takes strike one.
I think another thing for these Dodgers offensively, after that Kershaw single and he's thrown out second, trying to prolong this inning as long as they can so they can give their left-hander a little bit more of a rest. Might not seem like a lot, but I tell you what, when you're not used to doing that, that takes a lot out of you. I mean, I'd like to see you right now go from home plate to second base sprinting.
Me?
You'd be done for a day and a half.
I'd probably be on the DL.
But it takes a lot out of you. Believe me. The legs get heavy. You're winded.
There goes. Pitch is a ball. Throw down. Safe at second base. Stolen base for Machado. Machado got a pretty good job.
Going on the first move for Matt Strom. The left-hander, that free foot comes up. He is off and running. Boy, it looks like the throw. Oh, you know what? He slid toward the outside part of the bag, which is the right thing to do. Outfield side of second base. Freddie's out in front, and can't tell if he got him on the backside there. I think Freddie may have whiffed. Oh, they're going to challenge it. Oh, this will give us a good look. Oh, I think he got him. I think he may have got him. I think I saw a pant leg move on the left leg of Machado. See the pants move, right? Move it down, guys, right there. See the pants move?
Is that because his knee hit the ground or because he made contact with the glove?
Well, I think if he hits the ground, it's going to go up. Yep.
He is out, so you are correct. So call overturned. Caught stealing is Manny Machado. Home run from Muncy, 4-2 Dodgers. Play along here now to the top of the 8th inning, and back out there Clayton Kershaw getting a visit from Yasmani Grandal for this 8th inning starts. Some defensive changes for the Dodgers in the inning as Cody Bellinger has moved from center field to first base, and into center field is Kike Hernandez. So Max Muncy coming out of the game. There's Bellinger now at first. Pinch hitter in the pitcher spot is A.J. Ellis, the former Dodger catcher. Fouls it off for strike one. So A.J. Ellis pinch hitting here for Matt Strong. 287, a home run, 14 runs batted in. 38-year-old A.J. Ellis. Choosing Dad as his nickname.
Yeah, and Dad knows all about this left-hander, Clayton Kershaw, catching him as a Dodger. Dear old Dad.
Ellis to be followed by Galvis and Myers here in the 8th inning. Fly ball, center field. Kike Hernandez just into the game, back there to make the catch. That carried more than I think Hernandez thought it was going to. All the way to the warning track out there and straightaway center field for the first out of the 8th inning.
Well, we talked about last half inning when the Dodgers were hitting. Clayton Kershaw leading off the 7th. He hits one down the right field line, hits the bag, and now he's trying to stretch it into 2. That's a lot of energy right there. He is thrown out. He's frustrated. Takes it out on second base. Second base had nothing to do with it. So now he goes back to the dugout. Let's see if this kind of affects the left-hander in this half of the inning.
Galvis with a huge swing there for strike one.
And after something like that, Don, I look at location and I look at maybe the velocity of the pitches. He's not throwing that hard, 90, 91, but he's hitting his spots. That's the big key.
Galvis bloops it to right. Puig coming in, but it's going to fall. So a one-out single for Galvis. Just fought that one off into right field.
Yeah, that was definitely a ball off the plate. This is a big-time ball, and it's a breaking ball. It's a curve ball. Look at how far off the plate it is. And Freddie just serves it that way. A little winner over the net. Advantage, Galvis.
One down, Galvis at first. Will Myers, 4th plate appearance of this one. He's grounded out, singled, and flied out so far. Tying run at the plate for the Padres. Fouled off by Myers, down 0-2. Well, tonight is grounded out to third, single to left, and flied out to center. 4th plate appearance against Clayton Kershaw, working here in the 8th inning. 2 pitches shy of a hundo. Outside, 1-2.
The most that this left-hander has thrown this year has been 112. That was back in April 25th to be exact. 2 starts ago, he threw 110. Last time out in the Great Northwest against the M's, he threw 88 in 7 innings.
Not close, 2-2.
Kind of up with that cutter, huh? Up and away, not getting that release point out in front. That's maybe when you overcompensate a little bit now on the next pitch and you leave one over the heart of the plate and you're like, hiya! Lay into one.
No, we have not seen Kenley Jansen yet in this series. Had a terrible series in his return. After the irregular heartbeat, had him on the DL. Cardinals got to him for 3 home runs in 2 appearances. Myers chops one to short. Machado goes to second and throws it to right field. Getting up and heading to third is Freddie Galvis. Throw will go in that direction and that'll get thrown away, but backed up. So the Dodgers throwing it around here a little bit. First and third with 1 down. Machado's throw ended up into right field.
This is a break that the Padres have to take advantage of, way off the mark as Galvis slides into second base. And then, you know what? This is the perfect example. As a pitcher, you need to back up. After that ball is thrown, put in play, you can back up a base, you can help your infield. Boy, I'm really surprised that one wasn't even close at second base. And there's Kershaw preventing that ball from getting away, and the Padres score another run. Yeah, it's a big time mistake. Padres need to take advantage of that.
The E6 on the play. First miscue for either side. First and third with 1 out. A big opportunity here for Eric Hosmer. Hosmer has struck out, fouled out, grounded out. Swinging for the fences there, down 0-1.
Don, this is exactly what we talked about in our open before the ball game tonight. Grind out Kershaw, grind out the at-bats, take advantage of some situations, and be in a position where guys like Myers, Hosmer, Renfroe can do some damage to possibly tie it up or take the lead.
On the ground and diving to knock it down is Dozier. He's thrown to first in time. Scoring in the back door from third is Galvis. And it's a 1-run game again. So they get Hosmer 4-3. A diving play by Dozier. At second base to throw out Hosmer, but Galvis comes in. And it's now 4-3 LA.
Eric Hosmer doing everything he can to try to get that run in, and this is the thing as an infielder. You have to, have to dive to prevent that ball from getting to the outfield.
Tying run in scoring position, and Will Myers at second base. As Hunter Renfroe bats here. There's the tying run. Renfroe 0 for 3 tonight, striking out twice and flying out to left. Ball 2-2-0. Nine strikeouts in the game for Clayton Kershaw. Falling behind here 2-0.
Looking for a mistake right here.
Renfroe hits Myers in the back.
Kidding me.
Hit it hard and he hit Myers. Inning over. Talk about bad luck for the Padres. Hot shot, but off Myers. It ends this inning. Padres get a run, back within a run. Line drive off of Myers, had nowhere to go. We head here to the last half of the 8th inning. Let's revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Right now, Kershaw, 8 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs. Yeah, they did well. He's punched out 9. Quality case for Kennedy, and Brett really bounced back. 5 innings, 5 strikeouts after dropping 3 spot in the first inning. Another key is watch out for the line drive.
Exit velocity on that line drive, 106 miles per hour off the bat.
Talk about so frustrating. I mean, it's just frustrating. That's all I'm going to say.
New pitcher is Trey Wigginter into the game here for the Padres. And a liner to left center field off the bat of Cody Bellinger. Bellinger will pull it up, and this throw will get away. Now he'll try for second. Throw there, going to be safe there.
Good piece of hitting by Bellinger, taking it the other way with the shift. We know he likes to pull the ball. That can't happen. Got to at least hit one of the guys that's on the infield there. Not even close.
Yeah, missed the cutoff and then some.
Yeah.
Couple guys. He's 7 on the throw from Renfroe. Bellinger in scoring position at second. Dodgers trying to obtain some insurance here in the 8th. Brian Dozier coming up. 0 for 3 tonight. Wigginter comes in for Matt Strom into his 8th game. 2.45 earned run average. Lefty's hitting 083, righty's just 167 against Wigginter. 0-2. But the good gas is always 97 miles an hour. Dozier will send this through the left side. Bellinger was headed back to second. He wasn't sure it was going to get through. Heading to second base is Dozier.
Oy vey.
The throw goes into third for some reason. And Dozier advances another base into scoring position.
This can't happen. This is unbelievable. Throwing the ball all over the place, throwing to the wrong bases.
So a base hit there. You got to keep the double play in order, and Renfroe throws to third. And because of that, Dozier sees it and takes second base. Infield in all the way around now. Second and third, nobody out. In there for strike 1 to Yasmani Grandal. 0 for 3. He's popped out third, flied out to right, struck out swinging. Oh, and 2. Wigginter battling as much as he can.
See, there's no excuse for that. Got to know the situation what base to throw to. There's no way he was going to score on that.
Swing and a miss, and battling back, Wigginter able to strike out Grandal. 97-mile-an-hour fastball, 1 down.
You know, Trey's got some work to do, and he's got the fastball and the stuff to do it. There's a four-seamer up and away, and Grandal cannot get on top of it. Third of the way there for the big right-hander.
Chris Taylor. That's out of the 7 spot, has grounded out to third, doubled, and struck out swinging. Taylor with a huge swing at a 97-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. Another cut, another fastball, 98.
I think that Trey Winginter has got the stuff to do it himself this inning, get out of this inning by himself.
He's pitching angry right now.
Yes, he is. He should be.
Can't blame him. 0-2. Taylor fouls it back, trying to catch up, and a little extra, 99 that time. Second and third, one down with Yasiel Puig waiting on deck. One and two. Matt Strom went 2 innings, giving up 3 hits and 1 run. Didn't walk anybody. And struck out 2. Brett Kennedy, the starter on the hook, gave up 3 runs in 5 innings. Taylor strikes out and is tagged out. Back-to-back Ks for Winginter, 2 down in the 8th inning. He's an out away from getting out of this jam.
Nice job, Trey Winginter, getting Taylor with the slider. We saw the fastball at 99, and great job by Austin Hedges smothering that one and then tagging him for the out. 2/3 of the way there, Trey.
Yasiel Puig. Puig has singled to center, walked, and grounded out to short. 2 stolen bases in this game for Puig. Huge spot for him right here. Dodgers holding on to a 1-run advantage. They have second and third. And Puig pops it up in the left center. Margot is under. He'll make the catch, and Winginter pitches his way out of a major jam. To the 9th we go in a 1-run game. Myers in scoring position.
Yeah, you know, when this ball was hit, I thought it had a chance to be ticketed towards a left center field. The ball was hit so hard, the way that Machado was being played. Ball in flight hits the runner. He is out. It would have prolonged the inning, possibly scored a run. A bad base running mistake, and what do you know? Kenley Jansen now trying to get a save here in the ninth.
Right field number 32, Fernando Reyes.
Kenley Jansen into the game.
32 for 35. Been a rough go-around since he's been coming off the DL. First 9 batters that he faced off the DL surrendered 3 home runs. But the strikeouts are there. Is it going to take some time to get back to the old Kenley Jansen? No. Bloop and a blast. Padres take the lead.
Franmil Reyes leading it off here in the 9th inning. Most of the pitches against the Cardinals were up. Watch the 3 home runs that he gave up in the series against the Cardinals, and it appeared that everything was up for him.
Let's see if he makes an adjustment to that cut fastball of his.
Two innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs allowed in 2 outings, and the 3 home runs allowed. Part of the sweeping by the Cardinals before the arrival of the Padres. That's a strike over the outside corner, and it's 1-1.
And that's where Jansen needs to be.
Outfield as deep as you can be. And playing for Reyes to go the other way. Barely see them. They're way out there. Inside for ball 2. It's that no doubles defense.
Yep, exactly. We'll give him the single, something that bloops in there. If you're playing regular outfield, you might be able to chance to catch, but anything over the head is probably going to be a home run.
Reyes fouls it off to the right. 93 on the fastball, and it's 2-2. Reyes now, Hedges next. Padres batting in the top of the 9th inning. Not close, full count.
Seems to me the 94-95 fastball, not even close. The 93-ish, 92. He had pinpoint control on that outside part of the plate.
Missed a total of 10 games with the irregular heartbeat. Swing and a miss, and Reyes strikes out for the first out of the 9th inning. Out of the chase. We're talking about the home runs, 3 of them that he gave up. Jed Jerko, one of those home runs off the closer for the Dodgers. Carpenter's been on fire. 3 home runs that he allowed. Paul DeYoung with the other one.
Don, you're exactly right. When you look at those pitches, they were up in the zone, and the Redbirds took advantage of those bad pitches.
1 out, 9th inning. Austin Hedges fouls it back for strike 1. 53,528 here tonight. 53,528. It's the 12th sellout of the year for the Dodgers. Come out to see the Dodgers and the Padres, game 2 of the series. Play day baseball here tomorrow. 0-1 to Austin Hedges. It's a ball and it's 1-1. Hedges had a single back in the 2nd inning. 1 for 3 night for the Padres catcher. You're right, that fastball he's not been able to locate.
No. I think that cut fastball that he throws, if you have the tendency to maybe overthrow it, it can work against you. Like a lot of pitches as well.
In the air to left field for Austin Hedges. High, deep, and that ball is very gone. This game is tied up. Austin Hedges has tied it up 4-4, and Kenley Jansen has surrendered another home run. Austin Hedges has tied this game 4-4. And the Dodgers have got to be wondering what is wrong with Kenley Jansen. 4 home runs in his last 3 outings. Blown save. Now a swing and a miss for Jose Perella.
Boy, another pitch up in the zone there. Boy, that was almost reminiscent of those replays we showed against the Cardinals. Another pitch that was up, and Austin Hedges all over it.
How about the chances the Dodgers had in this game to score more runs? You have the bases loaded in the 4th inning, left runners at 2nd and 3rd. And Wigginter was able to strike out Grandal, Taylor, and then get Puig to fly out in the bottom of the 8th. Now it's tied. Perella fouls it off, stays alive. Strike 3 call. Second time Perella has struck out in tonight's game.
There's the cut fastball that had a little cut to it, but it's the location, belt buckle high. And as soon as this one is connected, Austin Hedges, a.k.a. Hedgie, on this Players Weekend, ties it up at 4.
2 down for Manuel Margot here in the 9th inning. Margot fouls it back. In the first 48 innings before going on the DL for Kenley Jansen, he allowed 3 home runs. Now 4 home runs since coming off the DL. In the air to center field. Hernandez coming in. Will make the catch. This game is tied, headed to the bottom of the 9th inning at Dodger Stadium. Thanks to Austin Hedges with a solo shot. For Austin Hedges, his 11th of the year. The Padres tie the game. Blown save for Kenley Jansen. Carl's Jr. star of the game, and the guy that made it 4-4 with his home run to left field for Austin Hedges.
Well, we've talked about hitting mistakes off of Clayton Kershaw. The Padres did a good job of keeping it close, enabling Austin Hedges to crush a Kenley Jansen mistake. The high cut fastball, and he knew it. Hard hold back to Smiles out of the box and in the Padre dugout to tie it up at 4.
New pitcher is Craig Stammen into the game.
Well, he likes pitching here at Dodger Stadium. Craig has a career .87 here at Chavez Ravine, his 58th game for Trigg on this Players Weekend.
He's going to face Jock Peterson, the pinch hitter here, pinch hitting for Kenley Jansen. Line down the right field line, a foul ball. Not shot, but out ahead. Changes for the Padres defensively. Travis Jankowski now into right field. Franmil Reyes coming out of the game. Whereas Spangenberg now at second base. Craig Stammen, the new pitcher for the Padres. Did he go? Yes, he did, says Brian Gorman, 0-2.
Tough to lay off that breaking ball. That's the curve ball from Craig Stammen. He's got the two-seam lane changer. He's got the slider and the yacker.
No 2 pitch coming up here. Peterson down the line at first, knocked down by Hosmer, but taking himself to the bag for the first out in the 9th inning.
Playing that line, huh, Donnie?
Yes, he was. Good thing he was.
Yeah.
Top of the order. Kike Hernandez coming up. His first plate appearance, took over defensively in center field. .222, 18 homers, 43 runs batted in for Hernandez. On a strike. Center fielder Manuel Margot over towards right center, gap out there in left center. Line and caught, third base by Myers. Well, tall third baseman reels that hot shot in. 2 down.
Baseman number 10, Justin Turner.
Good athletic position. That ball actually hooking and to his left just a little bit. That's a hang with him.
2 down in the 9th inning. And here is Justin Turner. Turner's been on twice tonight, hit by a pitch and single to left. Takes strike 1. Craig Stammen coming in for Trey Wigginter, who went an inning not allowing a run, and he had to really work hard. Kenley Jansen has surrendered another home run. This game is tied. He's trying to figure it out.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
It really is. Popped up, second baseman Spangenberg on the short lawn and right. Makes the catch that sends us to bonus baseball tonight from Dodger Stadium. Tied at 4.
should stay in my zone more. I like to have a better walk to strikeout ratio. I think it will come sooner rather than later, just because that's a big thing in the major leagues. And just being consistent, not being too high, not being too low, but mentally just staying even keel.
From the infield to the mound and behind the plate, Inside San Diego Sports introduces you to some potential future Padres. Tuesday, calling Padres Live at the postgame show.
A new pitcher into the game, tied 4-4 into the 10th inning. Kenta Maeda is now in the bullpen and into this game.
Well, the Padre hitters tonight, I think, have really done a good job against Clayton Kershaw. Of course, Kenley Jansen to tie this one up, and now it starts all over for the Padres. New ball game, bonus baseball. Work the count, get some base runners. Got some potential speed at the plate right now as you look at Maeda, his 20 starts on the year, check that, and the ERA of 3.78. Nice opponent's average, only a 238 from the right-hander.
Travis Jankowski took over defensively last inning in right field. It's his first plate appearance of the game. 257, 2 homers, 15 runs batted in for Jankowski. Kershaw went 8, giving up 3 runs. Kenley Jansen went the 1 inning, giving up the 1 run, the home run by Austin Hedges that has tied this game. To center field, and that ball will fall out of the reach. Manny Machado into center. Lead runner on for the Padres here in the 10th inning. And a speedy one at that in Travis Jankowski.
Number 13, Freddie Gallo.
Split finger fastball out in front of it off the end of the bat. What do you call that, Don? The short lawn?
The short lawn and center.
And that'll do just nicely, getting speed on the base paths for San Diego.
Lead runner on here in the 10th inning. Top of the order, Freddie Galvis coming up. 2 for 4 night, another 2-hit night for Freddie. 6 for 15 and a 400 average in his career against Maeda. And at third is Justin Turner in case he entertains any thoughts of bunting here. A sacrifice. Doesn't appear to be. At the lip of the grass is Turner. Bellinger on the other side holding on Jankowski. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
You know, Maeda's pretty quick to the plate too. His leg kick is kind of high, but he's quick. He doesn't hover over that pitcher's plate for a long time. He lifts that free foot up quickly and goes quickly towards home plate.
Galvis will lift a fly ball to shallow right field. Puig coming in. And he'll make the catch for out number 1 of the 10th inning. So unable to get the runner over is Galvis.
Number 4, Will Myers.
One down, it'll bring up Will Myers. You surprised they didn't try to bunt Jankowski over and then give Myers and Hosmer a chance to drive in the go-ahead run?
I think that's a good way of looking at it. Yeah, tie score, absolutely.
Myers batting for the 5th time tonight, 1-for-4.
Perfect part of the order to do that, right?
Yeah.
Unless somebody missed a sign somewhere.
Outfield very deep, and for Myers to pull. See if Jankowski will try to steals second base here to get into scoring position. As Myers will take a strike, 1-1. There he goes, and they got him in no man's land. Back and forth they go in the pickle, and Jankowski's tagged out.
Well, Travis just guessed a little bit too soon, waiting for Maeda to commit. Now you got the snowball fight in between first and second base. There's the tag, and Jankowski is erased.
Two down in the 10th. On the ground foul towards the end of the Dodgers dugout. 2-2. Kirby Yates up in the pen, just looking on now. Myers had a single back in the third inning. One of the 9 hits the Padres have in the game. Myers may have gone. They check, no. And Adaton, first base umpire.
Oh, I think the Dodgers caught a break. Will Myers most definitely went on that one.
Strike 3 call. Padres down to the top of the 10th. Dodgers coming up in the bottom, tied 4-4. Stadium. Dodgers took game 1 of the series, tied up here in extra innings in game 2. More Craig Stammen at a 1-2-3 ninth inning. Now Manny Machado coming up to lead it off. Of course, he homered way back in the first inning. A 3-run shot off the Padres starter Brett Kennedy. 6th home run in a Dodgers uniform. 30th home run of the year. That put the Dodgers on top 3-0. Here we are in the 10th inning, tied at 4.
Boy, this would really be a tough one.
Foul back to our left.
Down 3-0 early, right out of the gate, the first frame. Brett Kennedy battled back. Strong gave up a hit. That's the home run to Muncy.
0-2. In the air to left, down the line. Will it stay fair? No. Machado out ahead.
Right down the middle at the letters and a little bit too quick.
Didn't miss by a lot. Bounces in, and it's 1-2. Machado, Bellinger, Dozier expected here in the 10th inning. And a 4-4 ball game from Chavez Ravine. Did he go? No, says first base umpire Ryan Adeton. He's been busy down there at first base.
Oh yeah, he went. He might. Just like Will Myers went the other way.
Machado now, Bellinger next. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And that's outside, so now it's gone full. On the ground, lots of spin on it. Spansberg over to play it. His throw in time, and Machado is out number 1 of the 10th inning. So he's 1 away. Now to bring up Cody Bellinger. Bellinger struck out 3 times. That was all against the Padres starter, Brett Kennedy. And a single to left field in the 8th inning. Trey Wigginter. 1 for 5 in his career against Stammen. Padres shift on him on the right side. So far in this game, the Padres have used Brett Kennedy for 5. Matt Strom for 2. Trey Wigginter for 1. And an inning and a third so far from Craig Stammen, who's retired all 4 that he's faced. Grounder into the shift. It's Galvis on the right side of the infield. And that's out number 2 of the 10th inning.
We showed you that chart where a lot of the hits in play off the bat of Bellinger are the full side. That's the way they were playing. And Galvis, the shortstop, on the right side of second base. What do you know? Right into the shift because Craig Stammen hit his spot.
2 down in the 10th, and it brings up Brian Dozier. 1 for 4 tonight, a single in the 8th inning. Takes strike 1. To center field, and Margot coming in to make the catch that sends us to the 11th. Tied at 4 from Dodger Stadium. Inning at Dodger Stadium. New pitcher on for LA. Caleb Ferguson comes in, their fourth arm used tonight.
Well, it's been about 3 days since Ferguson has been on the hill. It was against the Redbirds back on the 21st. Threw an inning, struck out 3. He had 15 relief appearances, gone 3-1, 2 saves, allowed 7 earned runs in 27 innings. One of 2 left-handers out of the bullpen for Dave Roberts. Ferguson and Scott Alexander, the 2 lefties.
Eric Hosmer going to lead it off here in the 11th. Hosmer 0 for 4 in the ball game tonight. He has struck out, fouled out, and grounded out twice. Chopped back towards the mound. Had to wait for it to come down. The throw. He threw it very hard to first base for out number 1. That was impressive.
Yeah, he threw a seed over there.
It's in the air a long time on this chop.
Gets under it, spins towards the glove hand side, and fires a P to first base.
1 down in the 11th, and it brings up Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe 1 for 4 in the game. A single in the 8th inning. Last Padres extra innings win was May 21st of 2016 at Petco against the Dodgers. That's into left field and a base hit for Hunter Renfroe. By the dive of Machado at short. Hunter Renfroe on with 1 down in the 11th inning.
Well, curveball for Ferguson and out in front, but stays back just enough to where he gets the. Oh, that looked like it went under the glove of Machado there. Nice effort. 1 hopper through the left side.
1 out, 1 on, and here is Spangenberg batting for the first time in the spot of Franmil Reyes. .241, 7 homers, 24 runs batted in for Spangenberg. Last Padres extra inning win at Dodger Stadium, September 4th, 2012. Two and 1, fastball at 94. Strike 2. 2-2 now to Spangenberg with 1 out. Renfroe at first base. Padres batting here in the 11th inning. Austin Hedges, who tied this game in the top of the 9th inning with a solo shot 4-4, is up next. Timeout very late. And following through is Ferguson. Late swing, fouled off over by the Dodgers dugout, third base side of things. Caleb Ferguson's first inning of relief gives up a 1-out single to Hunter Renfroe in this tie game. He's at first. Swing and a miss, elevated at 95. Spangenberg chases 2 down.
You know, these pitchers in the bullpen, they're watching the game. They've got the scouting reports. We talked about going up and out of the zone. That's exactly what he did there.
Well, last time Austin Hedges was at the plate, he homered to tie this game. Kenley Jansen.
That's a hanger right there. Speeds up his bat as well, that cutter. Right into the swing path, up in the zone, and put a charge into it.
Eleventh home run of the year for Hedges. One and one. Fastball's been pretty consistent, 94-95 for Caleb Ferguson. Both teams with 4 runs, both teams with 10 hits, and both teams with an error. One pitch coming to Hedges with 2 down in the 11th inning. Outfield very deep. Playing for Hedges to pull. Center fielder Kike Hernandez over to left center. That's strike 2.
Oh, I like this kid Ferguson. He's not afraid to pump that fastball into the righties. As you mentioned, Don, he's touching about 95.
Hedges strikes out. We head to the bottom of the 11th inning. Game tied 4-4 from Dodger Stadium. To the bottom of the 11th inning. Jose Castillo into the game for the Padres.
Last time out for Jose, the left-hander, was Thursday in Colorado. He went 2/3 of an inning. He struck out a Rocky. 25th game for the left-hander, the big dude in the game. Well, they need a big dude out there to shut down these Dodgers. But you look at the innings pitched, you know, walks 8, but 32 strikeouts, and the splits are outstanding for the big dude, Jose Castillo.
Great job by Craig Stammen. He pitches the 9th and 10th and retires all 6 Dodgers that he faced. Yasmani Grandal leading it off here for LA. And taking strike 1. Dahl 0 for 4 in the game. Struck out each of the last 2 plate appearances. Down 0-2. Strikes him out. 1 down here in the 11th inning. 96 on the fastball.
Talk about making short work. Just pumping the zone. Upper part of that zone with 4-seam fastball, swing and a miss.
Well, 1 down here in the 11th inning brings up Chris Taylor. Taylor a double back in the 4th inning. 1 for 4 night for the Dodgers left fielder. He did go. Oh, 2. Fastball at 97. It was up.
Go right back up there. Big dude.
Taylor on the ground by the mound. McGalvis at short. Throw is good, and that's out number 2 of the 11th.
Number 66, Yasiel Puig.
2 down for Yasiel Puig. Two down in the 11th. Puig on base twice tonight, a single and a walk. A couple of stolen bases in this game. After the 98-mile-an-hour fastball, couldn't get it.
He's looking to launch. Well, that swing right there, 98, up in the zone.
Thinking about the left field pavilion.
Yep.
Fouls it off, down 0-2. A lot of fastballs from Big Dude. Alexander up in the pen now for the Dodgers. Already seen in this game. Jansen, Maeda, and Ferguson in relief of Kershaw. Struck him out. Very impressive. Jose Castillo, 1, 2, 3, 11th. We head to the 12th, tied at 4. Game tied 4-4 to the 12th inning. And pitch hitting will be Carlos Suaje to lead it off here in the 12th inning.
Last bench player used for Andy Green. Everybody else, you can just scratch them off. Travis Jankowski, Corey Spangenberg, A.J. Ellis.
Ball 1 to Suaje. Second inning of relief for Caleb Ferguson. Gave up a base hit, but then was able to strike out Spangenberg and Hedges. Popped up foul. That'll get into the seats, and it's 1-2. Play for Suaje to go the other way. Kike Hernandez, center fielder, well over into left center. Got Margot on deck, and then Travis Jankowski. In this 12th inning, tied 4-4. Suaje strikes out of the 95-mile-an-hour fastball for the first out of the 12th inning. That's the third strikeout for Caleb Ferguson.
We have seen some relievers that are just pounding the strike zone. I mean, who throws below 95 or 94 anymore, huh? Anybody out of the bullpen, Don?
Very few.
Mid-90s, upper 90s, pumping the high heat.
One down in the 12th, and here is Manuel Margot. Tries the bunt bid, pushes it to the side of the mound, and the flip is going to be late. Ferguson gathered it. Still a soft toss to first, and it's late. Margot with the bunt single.
You see Ferguson kind of falling off a little bit, just a little bit. He has to spin all the way around, and then he throws a changeup underhand to first base. And by that time, Margot is safe.
Travis Jankowski.
So 1 out, 1 on, and Jankowski's second plate appearance of this game. Single to center field in the 10th inning. Here he is in the 12th. And taking strike one. Borderline call right there. Travis didn't like it. Strike call. 1-2. Ferguson getting some calls here.
That one definitely looks better than the other one, huh?
A little bit.
Yeah. Going to both sides of the plate. He got the call inside, and now he goes outside. It's a legitimate strike there at 93.
On the ground, left side. Turner will go to first base for the out there. 2 down. In a scoring position goes Margot. Turner had no play at second base, so he goes to first to get the out. But Margot gets in a scoring position.
Yeah, sometimes it's beneficial to not hit the ball squarely. Gets in the kitchen of Travis Jankowski. And let's watch the movement of the infielders as Turner gets to this one. He would really have to throw in one of those, under his left arm, when his momentum's going to first. Throw behind him to get that force at second base.
2 down, runner at second, Freddie Galvis. Swing and a miss for strike one. Two-hit night tonight for Freddie. Singled in the third, singled in the eighth. Foul back and it hangs. Actually now moves to 0-2. Two down here in the 12th inning. Manuel Margot, the go-ahead run, in scoring position at second base. In the dirt, and Margot will remain at second base.
Smother and recover on the breaking ball there. Perfectly executed off the glove, off the chest protector. Keep it in sight, check the runner.
Galvis lines it to third. It's caught by Turner. Leaps in the air and makes the catch. Padres lead Margot at second base to the bottom of the 12th, tied 4-4. The bottom of the 12th inning, pinch hitting. They'll be doing so against a new Padres pitcher, Robert Stock, into the game.
Well, check out the relievers tonight. Only one run. Strom, Winginter, Stammen, Castillo, now Stock. But one run, the home run off the bat of Muncy. So enter Robert Stock, his 18th game. 98 to 100 on the fastball. Very aggressive with the breaking ball.
Padres pitching has retired 12 in a row. Combination of Winginter, Stammen, and Castillo getting that done. 18 home runs for Matt Kemp on the year. Head 2-0. 3, 3-0. PK Hernandez, top of the order, waiting on deck.
Got to be careful here. Just can't lay a fastball down the middle. 3-0. You get something good. I think Matt Kemp's going to go to Hacken.
Ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk starts the 12th. Runner on for the Dodgers in the 12th inning, and it brings up PK Hernandez. Hernandez lined out to third base in the 9th inning. Came in defensively, take over in center field. Now bats for the second time. Hernandez is bunting, gets it down. Hosmer will go to first. Sacrifice is complete. So Hernandez getting it done.
Justin Turner.
Getting it done quickly and doing a nice job of it. Getting on top of that ball, just deadening it perfectly. As soon as that ball is on the turf, off and running is Matt Kemp at second base.
Justin Turner is preparing to dig in now. Turner, 1 for 4, has scored a run tonight, and he's left 3 men on base. So for more on the action, let's get you out to Dodger Stadium. Here are Don Orsillo and Mark Grant. Guys?
All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. That was scary.
Yeah, somebody didn't play the electric bill.
Here he is, Justin Turner with the runner at second base, Kike Hernandez. And a fly ball down the right field line that is falling fast, and it's going to fall fair. Coming around from second base to score is going to be Kemp, and the Dodgers will walk it off on the first pitch after we were blacked out here in L.A. For Dodgers in 12 innings. On the first pitch after this place went completely dark.
Well, the Padre pitcher's been trying to pump him inside all night with fastballs. That one's up, it's in, and it finds the perfect spot down the right field line. It's a dark night for San Diego, even with the lights on.
That Kemp, who had walked on 4 pitches to begin the inning, comes around to score the game-winning run. Justin Turner with the hit is the hero tonight for the Dodgers. They win it 5-4 in 12 innings. Time for Padres Live. Mike Pomerantz, what's in store?